Hello everyone, my name is Han Xiao, and I have picked Tokyo, the capital of Japan, as my research city. Our group have picked preparation for emergency as our main topic, and the specific research question is, what are the mitigation measures can the city of Sydney execute to minimize the significant impacts or damage or losses of flooding caused by storm water? And here is my case studies outline. I will first state why I choose Tokyo, and secondly, I will introduce some Tokyo's actions to minimize the damage of flooding based on my research. And then I will explain the risk assessment. What's the impact of non-action and action? And finally, I will summarize the lessons learned from this case. So, let me first state why I choose Tokyo. The climates in Sydney and Tokyo are kind of similar. Both cities are humid subtropical climates. The climate information shows that the annual precipitation in Tokyo at 1,530 mm, which is just a little bit higher than Sydney. And although the two cities are in a different hemisphere, they have opposite seasons, but the weather and climate are the same. The second reason is because of the earlier urbanization. Both cities are lack of open space to accommodate stormwater, and with the mixed use of property in inner city, those areas could be easily influenced by flash flooding. Now, let's move on to Tokyo's action part. Tokyo actually has short-run and long-run plan. The short-run plan is based on the storage and networking procedure, and it introduced three approaches to reduce peak flow. The first is properly use the natural storage like pool and river. The second is diverting the flow to under-capacity system, and the third is to building the on- and offline storage facilities. The overview is shown in Figure 1, and I will explain the system in details later. The storage pipes have two kinds, inline and offline. The theory of offline storage approach is to let the storm water into the storage pipes and after peak, return the water to the system through pumps. The inline approach requires the oversized pipes inserted to the network. Because of the limitation of hydraulic device, the area in the pipes actually stores inflow in order to reduce the peak volume. The last one is the networking pipes. They could be used in two parallel sub-catchments. When one catchment covers too much water, the pipes can transfer the water to another analog catchment. It can use the capacity of the pipe efficiently. And for long run, increasing the communications between individuals in order to increase the social awareness is one of the government targets. They have an online rainfall information system called Tokyo Image. People can use it through phone and computers and get the latest information about flooding. And the steadily improvement of facility ability is the long-run emphasis as well. The evidence of risk assessment will show the difference between the action and non-action. In the past, the sewer design rainfall intensity is only 50 mm per hour, and it cannot absorb the heavy rainfall, which causes a lot of damages. More and more frequent heavy rain caused people died and property damaged. And after implementing this policy, the areas where easily have flooding are able to absorb up to 55 mm per hour rainfalls in 10 years' time. And in the future, the ability will increase to cover up to 75 mm per hour storm flows. And another report found that the collective work performed better than separate work by analyzing the adaptability of the storage facility for the topography situation. The last part is the lessons learned. The first one is the local government should do preparation before disaster coming to avoid people's loss and damages. In addition, for the planning stage, the local government should first work with the short-term plan by improving the fundamental drainage facilities and pumping stations to achieve the long-term goal. Moreover, the whole plan will cost a lot of time and money to complete, so the government should identify rainfall characters, find the area where are vulnerable to flooding and implement those measures firstly. And this is my whole case study for the Tokyo, and thanks for your listening.